again. My name is Greg Young, and I'm coming to you live one more time from Davenport, Florida. And this morning, with my Enjoy the Journey this morning, I have my beautiful wife as a special guest once again. Her name is Shatita Young, and we're gonna be talking about. This is gonna be more or less like a discussion on what are the characteristics of a good role model. And first, I'm gonna start out because I believe that one of the good characteristics of a good role model is the person has to be self-motivated. Right. Because when you're a role model for someone else, you have to be able to motivate yourself so you can motivate them. Because if you cannot motivate yourself, then you can't be a good role model to them if you're not self-motivated. So that's one of the important characteristics that I believe is very important in being a good role model, because when you're self-motivated, you don't need nobody to get you started. You're always ready to go. You're always ready for a challenge. You're always ready to show up and show out. So now I'm going to turn it over to my beautiful wife and see what she has. What you have for me on a good role model?
Okay, basically, you know what? People are like, okay, well, you know what? I am my own role model. Most people don't want to look for a role model, but you know what? You need to have a role model in order to show accountability. You be accountable for something. Like, absolutely. And my thing is that we have role models all our life. All our life we have had role models. Either our mother, our father, our adopted mother, grandmother, somebody on TV. We all have a role model without even saying, okay, that's my role model. And then we're not going to say all the role models that we had were healthy role models.
Absolutely.
So my thought is this: your role model should be a person or an individual. That person don't have to be some role models that you don't even have to touch. You know what I'm saying? So I love Erykah Badu. Erykah Badu is a role model that I cannot touch, but I love what she do. I love how she sings. I love her energy. But when I was growing up, my mother, my great grandmother, and my grandmother was my role models. I absolutely love them in life and in death. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely love them. So those were my role models. But see, my grandmother and my great grandmother and my mother will always want me to be better than them. And in being better than them, I found other role models to accent what I already have that they gave to me. And, I like I said, they gave me love, peace. I mean, they showed me how to cook. They showed me how to make money. They showed me how to love myself. There's so many positive attributes that my great grandmother, my grandmother, my mother gave to me. The women in my life gave to me. They make me a better person, a better wife, a better mother, a better sister, cousin, friend. Individual. So yeah, I really think that you can look for a role model. Role model is something that you want to become.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you got to be somebody outside your inner circle. If everybody in your inner circle is on the same level as you need to change your damn inner circle. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Did I swear? I swear on your show. I'm sorry. Okay, you need to change your inner circle, because if you're the smartest one in your inner circle, that inner circle is dumb. You need to go higher. What do you think, babe?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because when you want a good role model, another good characteristic of a good role model is a good listener. Oh, yeah. Because if you have someone as your role model and they're not a good listener, then they don't understand, where you're coming from. When you have certain situations that you arouse, problems and situations, when you take those problems to them in those situations, they got to be a good listener. And they also got to be a good understander. Right. Because listening and understanding goes hand in hand.
It does.
Anytime you're trying to do something in life, if you don't listen to what's going on, you don't understand what's happening. So you have to be able to listen and understand in order to be a good role model, because that's a good characteristic of a good role model, because once you become a good listener, then you become a good understander. Right. And now you can give the advice. Another good characteristics of a good role model is a person that's able to give good advice. one is going to give you the advice that you need to hear. If you suck at what you're doing, they need to tell you that was awful.
Yeah.
They don't need to tell you that it's good just because they're your friend and they don't want to hurt your feelings. A good role model is a good listener, a good understander, and an honest person.
Right.
Because you have to be honest. If I suck at something and you're my role model, tell me. Say, Greg, man, that sucked. I mean, I don't know what you did, but I just wanted to tell you that was the worst presentation you ever did. This is where you went wrong. I want you to tell me my faults where I went wrong, and so I can correct them. And if you're a good role model, you're going to be honest with me, you're going to listen to me, and you're going to understand where I'm coming from. Right. What else you got, babe?
Well, you know what my thing is that I'm going to piggyback off that. A person that's hardworking, a person that honestly want to be where you want to be. Okay. All right. I have a role model that we both had about the same role model in business.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's this couple that named Holton and Erlene Buggs. Love them, love what they do, love how they love each other, love how they're successful in business, love how they are what's that word, philanthropists? I can't, I love how they, I tongue twisted this morning, baby. I ain't had my coffee. Anyhow, so love how they are giving to people, you know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, just love everything about them, not saying that they're perfect, but, loving the good qualities in them. I love the good qualities in the women that touched my life. I love them. I mean, I even have aunties that I absolutely love. You understand the good qualities in them. That I see is good, because everything about a person is neither good or bad. All qualities are good, but what stands out for me? And like I said, when you're looking for a good role model, number one, look for something that you want to become in that person. Okay. All right. What do they have that's a blessing in your life? That could be a blessing in your life. That's blessing their life. What do they have? Are they everyone's a teacher. Everyone's a teacher. Some people teach without even knowing they're teaching, and that's a big it. What do they have? What qualities do they have? How they're successful, that type of person that, say, what, I want that. I want to look into that person. I'm going to read some of their books. I'm going to see if they're in real life, I'm going to see how they react to things. I'm going to shadow them. You know what I'm saying? And when you don't have to tell a person, you're going to be my role model. That's some scary stuff, because some people ain't trying to do that.
Absolutely.
You have awesome mentors. Now you got people that's mentors and coaches that you can pay to be your coach or mentor. But if you just you kind of shy, just take it a little bit at a time. There's wonderful people out there. You know what? You have a destiny and purpose, and whoever I love how Erlene and Holden Buggs, how I love what they do. I love how they do it. You know what I'm saying? Just even on social media, whatever. I just love what they do. But you know what? There's some people that I love Erykah Badu. She's amazing. But I also love Oprah Winfrey. It is so amazing. I absolutely love people Oprah Winfrey. Ain't she in the Illuminati? I don't care what she in, but I love what she do for people. She loves people. She spent her money well. And Tyler Perry do too.
Oh yeah.
They spend their money well. But my thing, in the same breath, they love people. Okay.
And like I said, when she was talking about, Mr. Holden Buggs and Erlene Buggs, they're a genuine role model of us, because, we look at their success, right, and we also look at their struggles and where they came from. And it kind of reminds us of us within our struggles of where we came from and what we're setting out to accomplish. And humble beginning. Yeah. And when you have a characteristic of a role model that has love for you, mm-hmm, that's the most important thing, because you have to realize a lot of people get closer to people when they have a sense of love for the person, when they have a sense of commitment, when they have a sense of loyalty to the person. Mm-hmm. But you cannot get those characteristics in a person if the number one thing is not in place, and that's love.
Oh my gosh.
If they don't love what they do, then they're not going to love becoming a good role model for you. they're not going to have the characteristics that you're looking for in a good role model. So next time around, when you start to choose your role models and you're looking for good role models in life, always consider the characteristics of someone that loves, understands, listens, patience, and all those things. Because the thing is, all those things, thanks for stopping by, Raymond.
Thank you, Raymond.
And all those things play a great part in being a great role model. Yeah. And when you're looking for the characteristics of a great role model, you want someone that fits in with your character. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't have someone that thinks like you, then that's on the same page as you, that understands you for who you are, then you're not going to be able to communicate. Right. And communication is the most important thing within the characteristics of a great role model. Mm-hmm. Because if you can't communicate, then you can't be a great role model to someone. You've got to understand where they're coming from, even though you may not agree with what they're saying. Right. But it's okay to agree to disagree. Right. And then you have to be able to come at them in a respectful way so that they can understand why you don't agree with what they're saying, and break it down to them in a way to where they can understand, where they're being misguided at, or where they're not really, getting the true picture of what they're trying to accomplish. And those characteristics, when you have those characteristics of great role models, you got to be loyal, you got to be understanding, you got to be loving, and you also got to be a great listener. Yeah. And those things play great parts in becoming the characteristics of a great role model. Mm-hmm. So the next time you sort out to find your next role model, or the person that you want to be like, or the person that you admire, make sure that they have those characteristics, and make sure that they can take you to the next level in life to where you want to go. Because everybody is not good role models. Somebody can be a good role model and somebody cannot be a good role model. So you just have to look for the characteristics, as in, what are you looking for in a good role model? Mm-hmm. What are your characteristics of a good role model? And once you determine your characteristics of a good role model, now you know how to find the characteristics of a good role model when you seek to find a good role model or a mentor or someone that you're going to follow.
Right.
Anything else you want to say, man?
Exactly. So my thought is this: everything works on, for me, because I'm very metaphysical. So everything works on frequency and vibrations. You ever heard that? I got that gut feeling about her. I don't like her very much. I got that gut feeling about him. I don't like him very much. But then you have a gut feeling about somebody. You know what? There's something in them that draws me to them, and it has nothing to do with anything, sexual or anything like that, but just relationship wise, it's something in them that draws me to them. Maybe their gift is matching with your gift. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And so if you get that gut feeling, like, you know what? I had this gut feeling about a young lady that, we're real cool. And my thing is that she had something I wanted. And so, I became friends with her, and I told her, I was comfortable enough to tell her that she had, I was comfortable enough to tell her that, she had something that I want, that I want to know how to do real estate. I want to know how to do houses. So she did seminars. I bought her seminar. We're still cool today, but I invested in her. When I invested in her seminar and her book, that opened my eyes into something that I wanted to get into. So I'm saying all that to say this: we consider ourselves as coaches. So my thing, we're coaches, we're mentors. We had to step outside the box because we was
absolutely.
Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. But you know what? We have coached over 21 families personally in our home. You know what I'm saying? So God has brought us to this point that we have blessed to over 21 families. And God said, okay, now it's time to move forward. And so that's how we decide to enjoy the journey. Because in each family, they taught us something. We blessed them in our home because they didn't have a home, but they taught us something because they taught us how to love. You know, they taught us how to give. You know, give when we didn't think we had to give, but we had it. So my thought is this: you when you're looking for a mentor, if you're looking for a mentor, you don't know who to get in contact with, and go to enjoythejourney.org, inbox us. You know what? We'll be happy to have a conversation with you. We'll be happy to have you talk about your dreams. We want to listen. We're good listeners. I am. You know what? That's one thing. That's one gift I have. I am an excellent listener. So what do you think about that, babe?
Absolutely. And like she said, we're here to help you. Mm-hmm. We want to be your good role model. We want to have the characteristics that you're looking for in a great role model. Yeah. So that's why we're telling you some of the characteristics that we look for in great role models. So that allows us to hold ourselves accountable within everybody else that we're role models to, because we learn from other people's lessons of what they have taught us down through the years. And now we just want to be a blessing back. We want to be able to get you to understand that there's a lot of things out here in life, and there's a lot of different type of characteristics that you should look for when you're looking for a good role model. Because, like I say, the old saying goes, never judge a book by its cover until you have thumbed through the pages and read it. Right. So basically, don't say someone would not be a great role model to you when you don't know them. Yeah. When you don't know their struggle. If you want to find out something about somebody and some characteristics about somebody to see if they're compatible to you, to see if they may be a great role model for you, then you got to communicate. Right. You got to ask questions. Right. You got to, you don't seem so weird and stuff like that, but just general conversation. Just go up and, hey, sir, how are you doing today, man? My name is Greg Young, and I'm so pleased to meet you. But I noticed, you were over there, whatever they was doing. And you say, hey, I noticed you was over there reading that book. Is that a good book you're reading? And that's a general conversation. All you need is an icebreaker in order to find out if someone has good characteristics or not, in order to be a good role model to you. But you don't have to be weird. It's just a general conversation, just an icebreaker. Right. You may see someone and say, hey, that is a lovely dress that you're wearing today. It looks so nice on you. Where did you get that at? I would like to, buy that for my wife because I think it'll look good on her. That's not a weird conversation. That's just asking a general conversation to get general information. It's not like you're trying to push up on her and hit on her. You're just giving a compliment to get some information. Right. And that's why, and that's how you should be when you're trying to find the characteristics of good role models. And you should look for things like that. You look at people's general conversation at from start to finish. Me, myself, I can judge a character, from the first 3 words. I can pretty much tell, if they'll be a good role model for me or if they won't, based on their character, if this is a person that I want to follow or don't want to follow. What else you got to say about it, babe?
My thing is that, so we were searching to be successful in our business. So we look for people or couples because it's easier for us, or even it was easier for us to work with couples. So we look for couples who were successful in their business and what they did, and they worked together. Because I'm telling you, Greg and I are like what yin and yang, but we were good together, and my thing is that, so we was looking for couples. And when we found the couples, we didn't necessarily was meeting them in person. Some of them we met in person, some we didn't. And we honored what they do, what they did, and we put them mentally in our inner circle. Some was physical, some was mental. And we was like, how did they do that? How did they win? What was their backstory? I mean, most of the people came from humble beginnings. We read a lot. And we read about their back history. And you know what? They gave us hacks, life skill hacks that helped us to shortcut 2-3 years that they went through, but they gave us the answers. I looked up something. I said, what should you look in a good role model? Most people like, well, it's just for youngsters. They're the kids. No, us as adults need mentors and role models and coaches. We do because we forget that there's always another platform that's higher than the one that you're on. You know, it's okay to get on somebody else's platform. It's okay to learn their platform if you want. If that's the platform you want to be on, you. So some of the tips is that the person has to be confident, hardworking, respectful, optimistic, and creative. If that's what you're looking for, those are good qualities. And like I said, I'm a metaphysical person, so I believe love. Love is the highest thing. If they don't have any love in their heart and they're just like, nah, 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 you don't want to be around that. All that. I can't. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
All that
absolutely.
hatred, all that backbiting, and that's what made them get to the top. Honey, they're coming down soon. Either I hate to say it, but you have what you give out. If you give out negative energy, it's gonna come back to you. Your body becomes at dis-ease. You're not quiet because you're always nah 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 nah. So I look for people who are hardworking, loving, give back to the world, and the world loves them. You know. So when I see that in a person, that's my type of role model. What is your type of role model? What are you looking for in a role model? Type it down in the chat. We would love to talk to you. Let's have a conversation. That's what we're here for. We're just not here on YouTube and Facebook as talking heads. You know what I'm saying? We're out there looking for our tribe, and our tribe is looking for us. We already know that, don't we, baby?
Absolutely. And like I said, we want your feedback, because we want to know what can we do within this, you enjoying this journey with us. What can we do to make your journey more pleasant? What can we do to make your stay when you spend your hour or your 30 minutes with us and what we have to say? Give us some advice. Give us some things that you would like for us to talk about.
Right.
If you have any suggestions, anything that's going on in your life you would like for us to come on here and discuss, right, or any situation that you can't get past from in your life. Right. Those are the characteristics of great role models. Those are ones that are willing to listen, willing to open up, willing to tell you their faults, right, and willing to tell you their struggles. Mm-hmm. Because I don't look at you as being a great role model if you can't open up to me and tell me what your struggles was. Mm-hmm. If you can't open up to me and tell me where you had a bad situation trying to get past certain things in life. That's what makes the characteristics of a great role model, one that is willing to listen and learn. And also, the most important thing of a great role model characteristics to me is being able to problem solve.
Oh my God.
Because, and I'll tell you why. Right. Because when a problem arose and you're not able to solve it, and then say the person that you're mentoring calls you, mm-hmm, and calls me up and say, hey Greg, I got this problem right here, and how should I go about solving it? Okay, if you're not able to solve that problem, then you don't have the characteristics to be a great role model to that person, because you can't help them. Right. They had a problem and you couldn't solve it. Right. So how could you become a better problem solver? That's a good characteristics in a great role model. Right. Because, when you can look at a problem and solve it, mm-hmm, or come up with a solution and put it into action onto a corrective solution for the problem, now you're a great role model. Right. Now you have the characteristics of a great role model. Right. And that's where you should be able to understand. Good morning, Liesl. Yeah. That's where you should be able to understand the characteristics of a great role model, mm-hmm, is if they're willing and able to solve problems. Right. It's one thing to be able to solve a problem, but you got to be willing to solve a problem. Right. And in order for you to be have the characteristics of a great role model, mm-hmm, you got to be a great problem solver. Mm-hmm. If you're not a great problem solver, then you're not going to be able to help people. Right. And a great role model has to have the characteristics of being able to help someone. Mm-hmm. Right. Because what do you go to your role models for? You go to your role models for advice. Mm-hmm. You go to your role models to help you solve problems. Yeah. You go to your role models for encouragement. Mm-hmm. You go to your role models for examples. Mm-hmm. So if they're not willing to solve a problem, they cannot help you with none of that I just named.
Right.
Because all that plays in solving a problem. You cannot be a good example if you don't know how.
Right.
So what else do you have to say, babe?
I was not ignoring you, babe. I was just sharing our.
Oh, you good? You good?
Okay.
Go ahead, do what you got to do.
So I was sharing to all the different platforms. So anyhow, like we we're saying, mentors, role models, coaches, counselors, whatever. Those are not counselors, but coaches and stuff like that. Those are all in the same platform to me. They're at different levels to them, but it's all in the same platform. And I believe that everybody needs a good coach. Everybody needs a good role model. Everybody needs an inner circle to be of people that are at where they want to be in some type of shape or form. And when you get people, like we have people around us that's making 6-7 figures, okay, physically, 6 and 7 figures. And that's our goal that we want to reach, and they're happy to tell us how they did it. You don't get, that's just not too often. But in the world of network marketing, that is how there's a lot of people that want to tell you how they did it.
Absolutely.
They want you to win. That's what drew us to that. What drew us to coaching, what drew us to coaching is that we seen that people needed help, especially after everything happened in 2020.
Absolutely.
We forgot how to talk to each other physically,
Absolutely.
how to even touch each other because they're scared to. And I was so happy when we were able to get a hold to the product called Skin Tech because in some fact it protects you for 4 hours. You just rub it on your hands, and it's an invisible glove. And it protects you, and we were able to talk to people and touch people again. I mean, and I had no fear in the first place, but I really had no fear. So my thing is that I believe, and you can find the Skin Tech on our website at enjoyingjourney.org. So anyhow, I was happy to see that I'm able to bring these people into my inner circle, and they want us to win. You have to get with a person that want you to win. And win exceptionally, win beyond what they have won. See, now you get a person like that. That is a true coach. That's a true winner. I always want to help whoever I'm helping. I want them to be better than I am because baby, absolutely. I'm coming.
Absolutely. And and like my wife said, we're here to coach you in any situation you have. Mm-hmm. No matter what you're going through in life. If you need advice, you need coaching. You need some business advice. You need daily advice. You need whatever you need. We're here. That's the reason why we started this Enjoy the Journey is because we want people to know that we're here to help you. Mm-hmm. Because we have been blessed to be a blessing to someone else.
Right.
Because we have learned down through the years through the coaching and the mentorship and having good role models and people that lift us, keep us lifted up, mm-hmm. even when we don't feel like going on. So always know that we are here to help you at enjoythejourney.org. You can reach out to us at any point in time, anytime, day or night. If you reach out to us at night and we're asleep, I guarantee you as soon as we open our eyes, we will return your message and we will get you the advice that you want. So I just want to say, that in order to be a good role model, you got to look for the right characteristics. Mm-hmm. If you want a good role model in your life, look for these characteristics. Number 1, look for a great listener. Number 2, look for loyalty. Mm-hmm. Number 3, look for a problem solver.
Right.
And number 4, look for someone that can give you advice. And number 5, look for someone that loves what they do. That's because if they love what they do, they will love being your great role model.
Yeah, they love what they do. They'll do it for free.
Absolutely.
They'll do it for free. Yes, that is so true.
So that's just what we wanted you to know. And this morning we have a call to action.
Yes.
We just revamped our brand new website at enjoythejourney.org. We have a lot of things, but one thing I want to give to you, I want you to click on enjoythejourney.org right now and get your free gift that we have for you on the website as an appreciation for you tuning in to Enjoy the Journey this morning, because we want to be the voice that makes the difference in the world for the future to come. Anything else you got to say, babe?
Right. But once again, I'm Shatita Young, and I want you to what? To enjoy the journey.
Enjoy the journey.
All right.
So,
see you guys soon.
God bless you and have a blessed day.
And goodbye.
And we love you, and God loves you too. And goodbye.